our spirit. What is it? Where does it go? Are we able to see them using our mind's eye? If so, just what can spirit teach us? Welcome to School Through Spirit. Host DeEtte Renee is a certified psychic medium and master teacher of psychic and mediumship development through LWISSD. DeEtte was born knowing spirit and now is here to help you better understand the spirit world. And now your host, DeEtte Renee.
Good Monday morning, everybody. This is DeEtte here on School Through Spirit with the Edge Network. Coming to you every Monday morning, well, most Monday mornings anyway. Bringing through a little bit of awareness just to kind of work on our daily life, maybe make life a little bit easier, a little bit more understandable. That's just it. I do apologize for not being here last week, guys. I was sick. I was so sick. I really felt like I was on death's bed. Just a cold. I mean, honestly, it was a cold, but it was in my chest. It was in my face. I had a fever. I had super bad chills. I mean, yeah, it was all going down. So that's why I wasn't here last week. On to this week, though. We are just bringing everything that was supposed to be last week into this week. Sorry, that's why it took me a few minutes. I was thinking I could just hit a link and go. I couldn't. So our 5-card stud this week is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit Deck and Guidebook. This is by Kim Carranz, and it's a Harper 1. It's a Harper 1. I'm not sure if I've ever done a Harper 1 before, so this will be really interesting. I'm super excited for this. And then, of course, we do have Neil Donald Walsh, because even if you don't remember him, I do. I still love this guy. I still think he's very aware. I still think he's very on the edge. And I think if everybody brought a little bit of Neil back into their life, you know what? Life would be a little bit easier. It really would. So I always use him as my inspiration, and then we go from there. Oh my gosh, where's our mark? Where's our mark? Oh, not that much reading. Not that much reading at all. Here you go, guys. There you go. It says, do you know what you are doing here? Don't. Why you have come to this world in this way, at this time, in this place. You're a being of magnificent possibilities, and you are here not only to know who you are, but to create who you wish to be. Kind of cool. I tell you this, men have achieved results much greater than flying. Men have healed sicknesses. Men have raised the dead. I know. It's all like, really? Like, that's not possible. But I'll tell you what, everything is possible. So I know this seems to be an ongoing series. And trust me, I am not going through this book page by page to figure out what should be next week. I literally do this. What needs to be next week? Booyah. Oh no, I just lost this week. So we're going to hope I can remember what it was. See, even when I lose, oh my gosh, lost it. So we better remember it. Anyway, so let's go into this. You're here to make possibilities. You're here to make your life, to create your life. Okay, again, we've talked about this over and over and over again. I mean, to the point where I'm like, really? How much more spirit do you want us to sit up, talk about this, go forth with it? What other explanation is there? What other way can I change this, turn this, churn this to get it through somebody's skull or into the mind to understand? Okay. And honestly, I'm hearing it's not necessarily an understanding, it's a practice. How do we put this into practice? How do we make this what we want it to be? How do we make our life that simple? Okay. And I think that's where the gist of this is. How do we make life that simple? So let's get into this. Is this the art of manifestation? Yes. Should we throw that term out the door? Equally, yes. Why? Because every time I say it, it's almost like nails on a chalkboard for me anymore. Because it's another one of those words where I'm going, hey, guess what? This isn't as practical of a used term. I think it's a term that scares people, confuses people, makes it rocket science. Yeah, I think it's one of those words that has been used in a way that, quite frankly, we don't know what the hell it means anymore. And we're confused. Because you know what? People like me, I'm going to say it, people like me, psychic mediums, teachers of psychic mediumship, metaphysical gurus, it's a huge world. It's a huge world of metaphysical. Okay. But we like our terms. I like my terms. We like to invent our terms, which we do that. And we make things more difficult by doing that. We really do. We have, in the metaphysical world, I truly believe, have made just simple living life difficult. Okay. And I think it's because we use terms like manifestation or whatever the different terms because we every one of us have done it. Okay. So let's kind of strip all those terms away. Let's strip everything we've talked about away. Let's try to make things as simple as we can do it. Okay. Just as simple. Okay. So how do we do this? We put our lives in the world of expectation. What we expect. Okay. Stripping it all back. What do you expect to happen? Okay. Let's strip it down. You go to work Monday. You work through Friday. You put in your 40 hours. Do you expect to get a paycheck? It's a no-brainer. You're all looking at me going, yeah, of course I worked. I expect them. If I showed up and I did my job, I expect to get a paycheck. There you go. Therefore, you put into your thought process, no matter what happens, I'm going to get a paycheck this Friday. Or I'm going to get a paycheck every other Friday, whatever this is. On the 1st, the 15th, however you get paid. It's an expectation. Okay? It's a magical number that's going to show up. Now, let's look at other things. Okay? You want a car. You want a car. You want a certain car. You put your mind to it. You find the body style. You find the make you want. You find the model you want. You find the year you want. You find the color you want. You find all the things that you want in that car. And you put your order in. See what I mean? Put an order in. What happens? That car shows up. Why? Because you put an expectation out there. And I know that sounds really like stupid. Like, yeah, what the hell are you talking about? Of course, we go and we order cars all the time. You do. But it's that simple. You put an order in and you expect it to show up. It's a no-brainer. Okay? You buy a house. You go house hunting. You put an expectation out there of what you want. You look at how many, and you go, there's no way there's going to be a house that has everything I want. And all of a sudden, you give up the sourpuss attitude, and you just go, this is all I want. Is it that hard? Is it that hard to have what I want? And all of a sudden, the next house you walk into has everything on your list, and you're like, oh my God, finally. But it's literally because you stopped trying and you put it into an expectation. And that's what life's about, is an expectation. If you're a person that literally has a crummy life, or you view your life as being crummy, okay? You view life as being, oh, this just sucks. And you say to yourself, well, that's just the cards I got dealt. It's family lineage. It's how it is. What are you going to get more of? But a crappy life. Why? Because you keep expecting it to be crappy. You put it in the expectation. This is what I'm expecting tomorrow to be. What's going to happen? It's an expectation. You are literally saying, this is what I'm bringing to me. Now, if you flip it, okay, and you start going to yourself, you know what? Done with a crappy life. I'm expecting life to change. I'm expecting life to get bigger. I'm expecting money to show up. I don't care where it comes from, just wherever. I'm making different expectations. And what if tomorrow you wake up and you go to work Okay, you go to work and you found out the company is closed down, you don't have a job. You're going to look at me and go, oh my God, DeEtte, I expected tomorrow was going to be better. And I walked in and I didn't have a damn job anymore. Really? Well, let's look at it. You expected tomorrow to be a better day. You literally went, I'm done with this crappy life and I'm expecting things to change and I'm expecting a better life. So why wouldn't your job be gone? If you thought you had a crappy job, wouldn't it be gone? But that doesn't mean you're not going to have a different job by the end of the day. It doesn't mean that you're not going to have a job with better pay, because maybe that company had to fold for you to figure it out and walk away. You not believe how many people will say life finally got better when everything was stripped away. When everything was stripped away. So let's go to that scenario. Life sucks. I want a better life. Everything sucks. I need more money. I need a better job. But yet at the end of the day, you don't do anything to change that. At the end of the day, you go to bed and you get up the next morning and you wake up and you go into that same crappy job. Well, thank God the universe listened to you, because it closed the doors, or you got fired. Just got to be too much. You went, oh, F this, I quit. And you walked out the door. Whatever happens, that next day your job is gone. And in hindsight, you're going, oh my God, what am I going to do now? Well, you're going to hit the pavement. You're going to hit the pavement. You're going to tell somebody, oh my God, this just happened to me. You're going to look online. You're going to go to Starbucks and have a cup of coffee. Whatever it is. You're going to open yourself to go, what's next? And miraculously, something else shows up that you weren't expecting. That even though you're looking for it, you weren't expecting that. You've already put out the expectation that I no longer want my job. I want more money. I want a better life. I want a better attitude. And then all of a sudden, something else pans out. It's a better job, better pay, better everything. And the funny thing is when that happens, you never think about the day before when you went, I literally put out my order. I want a better job. I need a better pay. I need a better life. You forget that you put your order in. And it shows up. And you go, oh my God, this is super cool. And you sit there and you literally go through life and you're like, wow, this is amazing. How is this happening? You're walking through the parking lot and you see a dollar bill. You pick it up. That's more money. Not a huge amount of money, but it's a beginning. That $1 bill that you pick up has now changed your thought process to, oh my God, look at that free money. Ooh. And as long as you can get that in your mindset, that $1 that showed up unexpectedly is not coming to you. Hey, Keith. And now the next day, there might be a $5 bill. The day after that, you might get a check in the mail that you didn't expect. Maybe it was a payout from that job you just lost. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe you went to the Salvation Army or someplace, a secondhand store, and got something and found out it was vintage and you're going to get a lot of money off of it. Who knows? See, the thing is, we get so narrow-minded in how things have to come that we forget that the way we create possibilities in our life is to want it, put an order in for it, and let it to show up. However it's going to show up. When you live in your past, and when I talk about the past, when you live in a place where you believe that this is a deck you got handed, this is the bed I made, that is when life sucks. That's when life stops. You need to literally get rid of that thought and go, you know what? I don't need to stay with this crappy job. I don't need to stay at this pay level. I don't need to stay in this house. I don't need to stay in this part of the country or even in this country. and you put out the expectation that something different can happen, guess what's going to happen? Something different is going to happen. You need to allow it to come in. And when we start to figure that out, the days of losing everything to see change are going to end. When you start thinking better of yourself, you start putting your own self-worth someplace different, people start to notice. People show up. People give you opportunities. And opportunities come in different ways for everybody. But we're so used to thinking, oh my God, I have to apply for a job. I have to go to college. I have to get this experience. I've got to do this and this and this to get here. No wonder why we sit in a place of not thinking we can get anywhere. Now, somebody not that long ago gave me these exact verbiages. Literally said they got into a place where they lived in expectation. They switched it from living in a place of want to a place of expectation. And I'm going to tell you why that is so important. Because when we live in a place of want, we consistently want. We're telling the universe, I want to want. I like wanting. I'm going to sit here. You don't give it to me so I can keep doing what I want, which is wanting. I know it sounds really messed up, doesn't it? But if the universe, if we're here, I'm telling you we are, to create possibilities, to create ourselves, to constantly having this evolution of recreating. Okay. And the universe has given you everything that you desire. If you keep saying, I want, then you give you more of that. Because it makes you happy to want. But if you switch it to expect, I expect this. You tell your kids, I expect you to be good. And you expect them to be good. You know, they're going to be good. Why? Because you put that on them. I expect you to be good. I expect to go to work and get a paycheck. I expect to get in my car and it's going to move just fine. I expect more money is going to come in. I'm going to expect more opportunities. Guess what? Those things start to show up. Life starts to happen. Life starts to grow. Amazingness takes off. Takes off. Because you've switched it. You no longer are settling for whatever's going on. In my world, again, it's a metaphysical world. It's this wonderful place where, you're taught in the very beginning, whether it's Reiki or mediumship or shamanism, wherever, in the very beginning, we're taught to give what you receive. That's it. Very simple. You're going to sit in a place and you're not going to ask. You're not going to want. You're not going to make decisions because you're told that if you wait around, those things are going to happen. So we don't make decisions in the beginning. I'll tell you what, this is in the beginning. Because for whatever reason, we are told in the beginning that we are here to do a service for everybody else. For everybody else. And that these are things that come from God. So therefore we can't charge because we're literally at service. And I will tell you what, I struggled with that. And I think a lot of us struggle with that, especially in our beginning, because we're told those things. We're told, by everybody else, if you have this ability or you can do this, these are gifts and you shouldn't charge for them. So basically we should be people that are homeless and starving and emaciated and filthy, and because we're not going to get anything to be able to take care of ourselves. We have to just sit there and receive the graciousness of whatever comes to us. But don't worry, we'll be taken care of. Okay. We're not supposed to expect to be able to make a wage. We're not supposed to expect anything. We're not even supposed to expect that we know what our next move is going to be, because spirit is going to place that in front of us. Okay. And it's beautiful. Don't get me wrong. It's beautiful. But that's a broken process. It's completely broken. Why? Because quite frankly, if I sit there and I'm blank, if I'm blank and I just wait for something to show up, it's never going to show up. It never is. Because I never put myself in the process. I never put myself in this is what I expect to show up. And you see a lot of beginners in the metaphysical really struggle with that. It's not until we undo the broken logic in our mind that we go, wait a second. And this is how we do it. We slowly jump into there like, okay, well, I'm not going to pay. I'm not going to have you pay, just in the mediumship world. I'm not going to have you pay me for the information I'm giving you. Because again, that's something the world has said that's of God, and I can't charge that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to expect money or something, an equal exchange of energy for my time. And that's something I have sat on now since I started to figure something out. It is for my time. That's why when you look at my website, there's not rates for 1 spirit, 2 spirit, 3 spirit, 4, or different subjects we can look at a psychic level. It is for my time. This is what I deem my time worth, and this is what I expect if you want me to sit with you for X amount of time. I put an expectation out. Now we have to go further. What else do I expect? I can put that at my website, but I got to expect people are going to show up. I have to expect people are going to hire me. Now, for a long time, I was missing that part of the equation. I was still sitting in my old thought process. Well, I finally gotten over some old humps. Now let's go into what are my new humps? I expect people to show up. Now that's just in everyday life. If you need bigger examples, let's look to the airplane. Somebody looked at a bird and seen him fly into the sky and went, I want to get up there. I expect that I can do that. And through trials and tribulations, they found a way to get into the clouds. And over time, people have found other ways to do it. They're reinvented literally flying. You've got people in crazy sacks that just jump off a cliff, and their arms and their legs go out, and they're basically a big sack, and they're flying through the air. They're coasting. They're soaring. Because one person said, this is what I want to do, and I know I can do it. There was no to the possibility. And even though every Tom, Dick, and Harry went, you are crazy, you're going to kill yourself, they did it. They didn't take no for an answer. They didn't not expect to do it. Sailing across an ocean. Going to the moon. Cures for cancer. All of it. All of it, we've been told we can't do it. Over and over and over again. We are told we cannot do stuff. And every day, some person out there breaks the cycle of saying, I can't have this, to saying, why can't I? And expecting they're going to do it. They break it. Now, I know you're all going to sit there and think, well, those are the big people. Those are Albert Einsteins. Those are, the Amelia Earharts. Those are those people. But no, they're us. And there's nothing you cannot do. There's nothing you cannot reinvent yourself into. It doesn't matter your age. It doesn't matter your background. It doesn't matter your knowledge. Knowledge is accessible. We have the internet. We have libraries. There's nothing you cannot educate yourself on and then put it into imagination and see what else you can take that to and develop more knowledge. Because again, your life is about possibilities. Your life is about creating you. And whatever that looks like. Whatever it looks like. It's just that you have to break the cycle of your bad attitude that says you can't do it. You need to stop thinking that life is about lessons, trials and tribulations, and start looking at life as about endless possibilities, and anything I want to be or can do, I can do. Now, the last habit I would love to see people break is that you cannot change your career. I'd love people to break the 20, 30, 40, 50 years in the same career. I have more people that come to me and I hear in my head, oh, I see you're changing careers. Oh, you got to be wrong on that one. I got 20 years. And I go, oh, wow, 20 years. That's a lot of years. Yeah, I can't give that up. I said, really? But you don't like your job? Nope, I hate my job. So you're going to work for it about another 22 or 23 years? Yep. Doing the same thing you hate. So instead of just putting the 20 you've already put in, you want to put in 20 plus more. And they go, wow, when you look at it that way, so that's exactly the way you need to look at it. It's not about the time you put in. There should be no award for that. There should be no award because you put in 40 years into a job you didn't like. The award should go to the person that changed jobs every 2 to 3 years. That person you don't think can hold a job, but really they're changing jobs because they lost interest and they said, let's do something else. Let's invent myself again. And that's incredible. Because even this weekend, I was talking to a beautiful person this last week. She was asking a little bit about my story, and I'm not going to divulge my story here, but I said, well, I was a nurse for 21 years. She goes, what else did you do? I know that's just not it. And he was telling her everything I've done outside of that nursing. And she looked at me, she goes, oh my God, yeah, you're a badass. Holy crap. I would have never thought you'd done all those things or you had all those skills. And all of them showed up out of necessity. Every one of them did. Something I never thought I could do that I learned to do out of necessity. Love flies, don't you? So start looking at your life, guys. Start seeing what you want to change. Start seeing, start imagining, start figuring out what you want to do. And then know you can do it. Because that's living in expectation. And when you expect, it shows up. It's as simple, stripped back as I can give it to you. Start living a life of possibilities. Start living a life of expecting. And then just open your hand and grab it when it shows up. With that being said, guys, we're going to take a quick station break, and when I come back, we'll do our 5-card stud. See you in a few.
Attention, curious practitioners in the realm of transformative experiences, holistic wellness, intuitive guidance, and metaphysical arts. Are you ready to expand your horizons and take your practice to new heights? Join the Edge Partner Directory, where your expertise can shine and your services can transform lives. We are dedicated to creating a community of practitioners who are as curious and passionate as you are about guiding others on their journeys of self-discovery, healing, and growth. As a member of the Edge Partner Directory, you will connect with a network of like-minded practitioners who share your curiosity and passion for exploring the depths of human potential, and showcase your unique offerings to a diverse audience of seekers actively looking for transformative experiences here, there, and everywhere. Embrace your curiosity and take the next step in your practice's journey to becoming an Edge Partner. Learn more at edgedirectory.net. Again, go to edgedirectory.net.
Do you or someone in your family suffer from nightmares? Is your home cluttered and you can't seem to clear it out? Your home or office may have low vibrational energy, and it could be impacting you and your family. Using the ancient techniques of dowsing, Master Dowser Annette Regalo can raise the vibration of your home or office by identifying and curing stress lines and negative vortexes that may be creating disharmony in your home or office. Annette has over 20 years of dowsing experience and is passionate about creating high vibrational spaces for others to live and work. Contact Annette today at 612-394-3736 or AnnetteRegalo.com.
Hello, welcome back. This is DeEtte School Through Spirit on the Edge Network, coming to you again with our 5-card stud. Toot, 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 toot. Super excited. Just lost my place here in the world. I swear. There we go. No, I did not go. I don't know what I'm doing. There it is. Let's get into our deck here this week. Sorry, I was looking at my calendar while we were on the break. Again, Animal Spirit. I feel like I've had this forever. We're going to open it today. I got some cards. Everybody's like my family have seen them, showed up, and they're like, they want to steal them. Not let them steal them. No. But let's see them. There's some really good Halloween ones that are coming up. Because we know we like the Halloween, don't we? We like the Halloween. Oh my gosh, so many great cards down there. So many great cards. I'll tell you what, if you guys are sending cards to keep me going, I've got a few more months to go. Okay, how do I get into this? I don't want to break it. It's got this sleeve. It's got a sleeve, and I don't want to break the sleeve. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, it should be simpler than that. Here we go. It's a sleeve. It's a big deck. So, box. It's got really cool patterns there. Okay, so the back of the sleeve says, the Wild Unknown Animal Deck, Spirit Deck, is a breathtaking oracle deck and guidebook box set for self-discovery inspired by the creatures, real and mythical, of the animal kingdom. The illustrated cards feature powerful creatures from the forests, streams, deserts, fields, and sky. Celebrate the hidden wisdom of the beings that inhabit our world and beyond, and discover how we are all connected in the great mystery of life. Now, I always struggle with this. Real and mythical. Who's to say the mythical are not real? Just saying. So it's really kind of cool. It even shows a diagram of the box and what's in it. I kind of like that. I'm intrigued. So let's figure this out. May you always be on the inner quest. I like that. I like that a lot. This is a big book. It's a heavy book. They put some thought into this book. Oh my gosh. Big pictures, not colored. Maybe they don't need to be. Who knows? I like that. I'm thinking this book, I might need, these cards, I might need the book to kind of help a little bit. We'll figure it out. If you notice, they got like all the symbols at the very top. Symbols. Every deck, every card has a different symbol. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm sure there's in here telling us what these symbols are for. Understanding the deck. Oh, it does have a spot that says understand the deck. So it says long ago, blah, blah. Divinity, humans, and animals, and how they come together. I love that. The natural section. Oh, dog to wolf, cat to cheetah. Got it. Okay, we got one symbol that's earth, creatures of the field and forest. One that is water, the creatures of the oceans, rivers, and lakes. Fire are the desert and grasslands. Air are the creatures of the sky. So those are some of the different symbols. Oh, and then 0 is creatures of the ether. I love that. So that's where the symbols are going. Okay. Let's get into this some more. Oh my gosh. This is like a present that just keeps opening. Oh, it's one of those, but It was easy. I like that. It says 2 feet, 4 feet, scales are high. May your mind stay open and our wings span wide. I like that. Little messages just keep coming in this deck, and we haven't even gotten to the cards yet. Infinity symbol. I like that. Easy to hold deck. Oh my gosh. Easy to hold deck. I love it. It says fish. It's a fish. So we're going to just kind of start shuffling here. It is so weird not having the grandbabies home, guys, just so you know. I expect one of them to run in at any time. Like, hey, how we doing? So here we go. We are doing the 5-card stud, guys. With 5-card stud, I'm going to shuffle the deck. I'm going to pick 5 different cards, and I'm going to read each of those cards individually. Okay, when I get done with it individually, I'm going to read them as a whole. With this, you're going to pick numbers 1 through 5 or the whole. You can pick 1, 2. You can pick all of them. I don't care. This is all up to you. This is what you want your reading to be this week with this set of cards. Okay. Now, with this, if you got multiple issues, you can write down all the issues and you can assign each one a number. And that is going to help you to figure out where you want to go with life with this, you know. What are your multiple readings? That's how this works, okay? At the end of the day, what I'm doing is showcasing, highlighting decks of cards. Why do we do this? Why? Because we are not either seeing, normally we are seeing cards now where they used to be at bookstores and then metaphysical shops. Now it's a lot of online. And we go, oh my God, some of those pictures look cool, but I don't know. So I think we're crap shooting for a lot of cards and we're not really having the availability to see a demonstration of what they look like. So that's what I do. Somebody long ago said, yeah, you should do this. And I went, okay, let's get this done. So there we go. That's how we did this, guys. How it came about. So card number 1. Again, we're going to use the book because it just says the Cobra. The Cobra. I like that. What a misunderstood reptile that is. I'll tell you that. And what I mean by that is I do know you can look to the symbols. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be. This is going to drive me batty, guys. This is going to drive me batty. Why? Because we got the symbol, so we can go to where in the book it's at. But these are not alphabetical, so you're going to have to look a little bit. So the Cobra is pausing, waiting, the inner teacher. Okay. And I like it because it says the Cobra hovers and watches, ever present, ever protecting, ever loving. The essence of the Cobra is found deep within us in the form of inner teacher and manifest externally in those special guides who would lead us along our path. I like this. Let's go back to the pausing, waiting, and the inner teacher. Okay. That's really, and I will tell you what, they're showing me that Cobra just dancing around. And if you think about it, that's what they do. That's what a Cobra does. What's it do? It pauses and it waits. It stands up, it flows its hood out, right? And it kind of goes back. It doesn't strike right away. It doesn't go, got you. What's it do? It number 1 says, I'm in danger. It's thinking. It pauses, it brings itself up and it pauses. Is this worth my time? And that's what this card is telling you. You need to stop. You need to pause. You need to take your environment. You need to take everything internally and figure it out in here. Okay? Before you act. That's what the Cobra does. That's what this card is telling you to do. Stop, think, internalize, learn, before you come out and act upon something. And that's what's happening with you right now this week in this situation. You're going to have to take a moment. Card number 2, the Nightingale. This would be a card of the sky. The Nightingale. Okay. Again, I've got to look through there. Oh, this was easy. It's fearless voice, speech, communication, or song. I love that because they always talk about how beautiful the Nightingale song is. And I do believe it's about the communication. It's about opening your chakra, the throat chakra, allowing things to come out, allowing yourself to speak, allowing yourself to communicate, communicating with yourself. Is this what I want? And then communicating to others, this is what I'm going for, or this is my desires, whatever that might be. But if you pick card number 2, it's about your communication this week. It's about not just communication with others, it's communication about self. Okay. So often we don't get in here to figure out what it is that we want. We just literally expect other people to know it. So it's about communicating. Okay. Communication is not a bad thing, just so you guys know. Not a bad thing at all. Card number 3, the dragon. It's another air one, guys. The dragonfly. I do like the fact that these are easier to find in the book. Under the symbols, I mean, it's quite easy to go, okay, this is air, this is this is that. It's another one to try to find in the things, because again, only fault I can find so far, they're not in alphabetical, and I don't get that. It says Master of Light, Illusion, and the Mind. Isn't that quite cool? It is, oh, I love it. It says that the dragonfly is a symbol of the mind because it's always moving, shifting, shivering, and changing. When the dragonfly appears, it's worth considering the quality of your mind and the perception. And it really is kind of getting into that. I like that because they're saying with card number 3, it's time for you with what's going on. You're kind of going outside of yourself. You're going every place else, and you're not taking this into consideration. So it's kind of like when you have this situation, when you're looking at your situation at hand. Is your thoughts racing? Are you bored? Where are you at in it? What is happening with your thought process? Does it feel good? Does it not feel good? So take it here. Take it to the inner self. Take it to your mind. Explore the possibilities. What is happening? So often we go through things to make a decision, because I think this is a decision-making process for you that you're in. Okay. And we make a decision on, is this a good strategic thing for my life or not? Is this the avenue I want to go? We kind of go to that process instead of, how is my body reacting? How is my mind reacting? What is going on? Okay. So kind of go into that. It's telling you to let your body take part into more of what you're doing. Your body's not going to lie to you, particularly your mind. Card number 4. Card number 4. Again, it's so quiet here. The crow. The crow. Another air one. And guys, I'm not just taking these off the top of the deck. So this was kind of cool that we still got this many air ones in a row. I wonder what's going to be after this, because now I'm like, I wonder. The crow is spiritually strong, creative, and watchful. Okay. It has a gift for seeing the unseen, knowing the unknown. It is said that the crow holds within its mind's eye the 3 realities, past, present, and future. Crow energy is potent and should only be tapped into when the mind is clear. Those of the crow tendencies must balance their lives with a healthy diet, joyful friends, and regular study. Now, when we're looking at this one, it really is, they're saying it's going to the supernatural, and I get it, because we put crows, ravens, and all that stuff in the supernatural, which I love, but really we can put all animals there. But what is this? This one really is seeing all realities, okay? They always say that when a crow shows up, death is going to occur. Why? Because the crow can see it. The crow is seeing the past, the person, the present, and what's in the future. They can see that passing, so they show up. They're there to help the spirit go to heaven, to cross over. They're one of the guides, which is super awesome. But it's also more not that people are going to die in your life. So don't think I'm saying that. What I'm saying is, when the crow is showing up for you, it is saying that you need to kind of still, you need to quiet your mind. You need to be able to see all 3 to know where you're supposed to go forward. You can see it in your mind. We're going back to the mind again, but you can see it in your mind. When you're clear, when you're calm, you'll see what the process of how you got to where you're at and where you're supposed to go. Kind of like that card, guys. I like that card. I love my crows. I really love my ravens, as we know. And the last one, oh my God, another one out of the middle of the deck is the peacock. The peacock. Another air one. Another air one. Something's being fluid and in the air this week. I'm loving this. I'm thinking just the airs alone are trying to tell us something. Not quite sure. The peacock, inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. This is telling me, guys, if you pick card number 5, you got some changes happen this week. Life at the beginning of the week is not going to be the same as the life at the end of the week. Why? Because things are going to be happening. Changes are going to be occurring, and you're going to have to switch gears. You're going to have to go, okay, what's this? Okay, what's this? Okay, what's this? And that's okay. Even if you're not a person that likes change very much, this is really going to put you in that place that change is a good thing. You're just going to have to learn to assimilate a little bit. And I think you can do this. It's just doing a little bit of a waltz, a little bit of a dance, just shifting to the side a little bit, and life is going to be pretty good. Card number 1 was Cobra. Card number 2 was the Nightingale. 3 was Dragonfly. 4 was the Crow. And 5 was the Peacock. Now, I'm going to tell you this week, if you're looking at this as a whole, this is a week that really opportunities are going to come to you. Things are coming. Things are shifting. You've put some work in. You've got that expectation down. And things are starting to happen. But should not take the deals. You got to go inwards here. You got to go inwards. You got to get clear of mind. You got to kind of go here and go, what's going on? What do I want? What do I want? And then put that out there. And that's what's going to happen. The shifts are happening. The changes are happening. It's about being in the present, being now, and knowing this is coming and going, okay, I need to make a fast decision. I can't sit on this for a week or two. I've got to do it now. What do I want now? Look to all these things and allow yourself to go forward. This week is about change. It's going to be a great week, though, guys. It's really going to be a great week. Okay, guys. Not a bad deck. Not a bad deck. I do like it because it's a very simple deck. It's simple. It's easy. The only complaint I would have is they're not numbered, and they're not in alphabetical order within the elements, making it a little hard to find it in the book. That's okay. I do think it's a book that once you start to recognize the animals or the creatures on the cards, you could easily be able to take that and go, yep, got it, which is awesome. And I love that. So there you go. Not a bad deck. A little bit harder, but simple at the same time. I do like it. I do like it. Of course, like somebody said, DeEtte, is there a deck you don't like? No, there's not. So I like that. I like that. Okay, where's DeEtte this week? DeEtte is with Mr. Dave Schrader. I am. I'm going to bring up the flyer so I can share it with the world. I got to kind of go here, there, and everywhere to find it, but we will find it. I'm with Mr. Dave Schrader at the Palmer House in Minnesota. I got to get to the flyer. Where is this flyer? Oh my gosh. I do know you can go to Darkness Radio. Darkness. Oh my gosh. All over the place. I have not shared this for like a week, and everything gets buried in my thing within a week. So fast. Well, 2 things are happening this week, guys. One is the Palmer House. Let's talk about that first. I am going to be there Thursday. Thursdays when I show up at the Palmer House. I got to click on this. So it is, you can go to darknessradio.com. Halloween Haunts Hijinks. Halloween Haunts Hijinks is where we are. I'm with Dave Schrader, Dalen Spratt from the Ghost Brothers. We have got Kevin Swanson. We have got, who else do we got? We got Winifred Schrader going to be there doing tarot cards. Super exciting. Thursday night is 7 p.m. to midnight. Yes, we'll be up until midnight. We are doing a Halloween costume party, meet and greet mixer with Dalen, Dave, and myself, along with Winnie and Kevin Swanson in the Palmer House Pub. It is where we're going to be taking our photos. We're going to be having fun, pick our brains, have fun. Plus, there's a costume contest. I don't get to get involved in it. I will be there in costume. I will tell you what, my costume was beautifully made. I ordered it from a lady. Her name's Jenny Coles. She's awesome. Antiquated Jen. Literally, I cannot wait to put the pictures of my garb up, because I'm not telling you what it is, but I literally said, Jen, can you make this? And she said, I got you. So, and it's going to be a costume I'm wearing for all the spooky season because it's that awesome. Now, Friday, we are still at the Palmer House, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is register and visit vendors in the main lobby. 1 to 3 on Friday is the mediumship gallery with me. That is an extra $20 cost at the door to come on in with me. And I'm going to just do gallery style, which is kind of first come, first serve on the other door, talking as many spirits as we possibly can, or loved ones passed over for y'all. From 4 to 5, it's communicating with the other side via divination tools with Winnie Schrader, which is super awesome. It's a workshop per se. From 5 to 7 is dinner on our own, which means you get to leave and you need to go eat some food. From 7 to 8:30 is live graveyard shift, spirit communication in the Palmer House with Dale and Spratt. That's going to be awesome. You're going to see me there. And 9 to midnight is investigation and experiments of the Palmer House Hotel with your host, which is myself and Dave and Darren, or Dalen and Winnie and Kevin. Midnight until whenever is meet up in the Palmer House bar for drinks, food, and sharing experiences. 10:32 a.m. until noon on Saturday is registration in the lobby again. From 1 to 3 p.m. is automatic writing in investigations with myself. So bring some paper and your pens. We're going to have some fun with that. Going to teach you some automatic writing. Do a little bit about that. From 4 to 5, it's gadgets and ghosts with your tech guru, Kevin Swanson. 5 to 7 p.m., go get some dinner. And 7:30, 8:30, Surviving Paranormal TV with Dale and Dave Schrader. 9 to midnight is investigations and experiments of the Palmer House with Dave, Dalen, and Kevin. And midnight until whenever in the bar at the Palmer House. Now, I will be leaving shortly after 3 p.m. Why? Because, guys, and then Sunday, guys, we get to go home. There are still some tickets for that amazing thing. Remember, go to darknessradio.com. It is a haunted Halloween haunts and hijinks. It's going to be super. I cannot wait. I get to meet Dalen this week. I'm so excited for that. And work with him. Oh, my God. That's even better. That's even better. Now, where am I going to be on Sunday? You want to meet me? Come on over to the Waseca, Illinois. We're going to Waseca, Illinois. Oh my gosh. Oh, when the computer freezes, you just gotta go, really? Really? Hey Lee. Oh my gosh, nothing is working. Everything is kind of froze. Anyway, so let's kind of get into wherever I'm going. Nothing wants to work. Nothing wants to switch me anywhere. It's like nothing is working today. This is so weird. I don't know what's happening. Oh, it finally let me have it back. So where am I on Sunday? Okay. Sunday's super excited, guys. Why? Because I will be at The Seance. A film by Larry Eisler called The Seance. Remember, we started this last year. The Seance itself was on October 26th. Myself with 150 people encircling me, with Neil Gibbons being the voice of the crowd. Beautiful Larry Eisler, my BFF, was filming it. John Whitman was the gentleman that owns the house, and it was just an amazing experience. So guess what? Small Town Productions filmed it, which is Larry, put it together, and we have now a documentary. And the documentary is being shown this for the first time ever for the screening, the viewing of it. The official movie premiere is Sunday, October 12th at 4 p.m. at the Old Waseca Museum on Cherry Street in Waseca, Illinois. I love this. It really is. It's $10 to get in. Okay. It is $10 to get into this, to have the viewing. We're going to have a meet and greet after the fact, all your conversations, all your questions. The super cool thing, guys, this is the best thing for me. I will be there. Larry will be there. Neil will be there. But the most important person at that seance will be there. And that's my granddaughter, Addie. Just say it. And if you don't think so, I will tell you what, that little girl held more energy than 10 adults put together to hold the energy of the circle and myself. And so beautiful. And that seance truly changed her life, which is so awesome. So she is going to be there. So you get to talk to her. She's in the credits. She pops into it a little bit here and a little bit there. Not big clips, but she's there. And her name is in the credits. So Adeline is very much there. She's going to have our own IMBD one day. And that's going to be the beginning of it. So I'm super excited. So you're going to be able to meet her. So that is Sunday. Now, for anything else this week? my schedule's open only for a couple of days this week because I'm going to be super busy. So if you want those readings for this week, I still have some available Tuesday and Wednesday. If not, go to next week and book them. I will see you all next Monday morning, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time here on School Through Spirit with DeEtte on the Edge Network. Have a great week, guys. And don't forget, start expecting things to happen.
There are psychic mediums, but there is nothing like DeEtte. Let's face it, we all struggle time and again. But if you seek the clarity you deserve, then you need to seek DeEtte. As a master teacher, DeEtte studied under international psychic medium Lisa Williams. Together, they not only help DeEtte better tap into spirit, but also build a long-lasting relationship. So many psychics tell us what we want to hear, and that just won't cut it with DeEtte. She tells you what you need to hear. No sugarcoating here. To book a reading with DeEtte is simple. Just visit her website, DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us. And follow the Yellow Brick Road to connect with DeEtte. Don't just sit there and ponder those questions. Ask them and let DeEtte guide you every step of the way. You need insight now, and DeEtte can help. Just visit DeEtte.us. That's DeEtte.us.